With the school season approaching, students across the country will be looking for a good laptop that will be suitable for their needs, whether that's for lectures, assignments, or watching that odd show on Netflix. So today I will be walking you through the best laptops for students at each price point. So let's begin. To start off with, for the £300 price bracket, we have the HP 15 FC00001 SA. This machine has a Ryzen 5 7520U processor with 4 cores and 8 threads and integrated AMD Radeon graphics, 8GB of RAM, a 256GB SSD, and a 15-inch 1080p display. In terms of port selection, it has 2 USB Type-A, 1 USB Type-C, 1 HDMI, 1 headphone jack, and a port for the power cable. It also has a 1080p webcam, HP Precision keyboard and touchpad, an average of 10 hours of battery life, and a weight of 1.6 kilograms, making it light and easy to carry around. This laptop is a good budget option, suitable for lectures, assignments, and all basic student-related tasks.
Nice.
Next, at the £500 price bracket for our Apple option, we have the M1 2020 Macbook Air. This laptop is a reliable and strong Apple offering with an SoC all-in-one chip featuring an 8-core CPU, 7-core GPU, 8GB of unified memory, and a 256GB SSD. It has a 13-inch 2K Retina display, but in terms of ports has only 2 Thunderbolt ports and a 3.5mm headphone jack, which may mean you could require a dongle to use certain peripherals. It also has a 720p webcam, which you may use for the odd Zoom meeting. It's the second lightest device in this lineup at 1.3 kilograms and has an average of 12 hours of battery life. It also has a Magic Keyboard and trackpad, which is one of the best trackpads in the market. Overall, this is one of the best student laptops you can get, as it is a powerful, light and snappy device for all your student related tasks at a relatively affordable price behind its newer siblings. Now you might say, Jem, the M1 MacBook Air is £800 new, and you'd be right. However, this is where I'd recommend getting this device refurbished off of places like Backmarket or Amazon Refurbished, as you could save yourself an easy £300, have a close to brand new device with relatively good battery health and a 1-year warranty, and prevent a device from ending up in landfill. Just make sure you get it in excellent or the highest condition, and check that it has at least 80 to 85% battery life, as the two mentioned retailers offer by default. Just a disclaimer, I am not sponsored by any companies in this video. For the Windows option at £500 we have the Dell Inspiron 15. This machine has an Intel i5 1334U with 10 cores and 12 threads, with integrated Intel Iris Xe graphics, 16GB of RAM, a 1TB SSD, and a 15-inch 1080p 120Hz IPS display. In terms of connectivity, it has one USB 3.2 port, one USB 2.0 port, one USB-C port, one HDMI port, and one headphone jack. It has a 1080p webcam for video calls and a Dell Precision keyboard and touchpad. It weighs 1.7 kilograms and has an average battery life of 10 hours. Overall, this is a very capable machine with very respectable specs that can tackle more heavy tasks such as moderate video editing and more.
Wow.
Next, at the £700 price bracket we have the Lenovo Yoga Slim 6i. This laptop has an Intel Core i7 1260p processor with 12 cores and 16 threads and integrated Intel Iris Xe graphics, 16GB of RAM, a 1TB SSD, and a 14-inch 3K 120Hz display. In terms of connectivity, it has 2 USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, a USB 3.2 port, a HDMI port, and a headphone jack. It has a 1080p webcam, a Lenovo multi-touch trackpad and keyboard, and weighs a very little 1.3 kilograms. It has a maximum battery life of 9 hours. Overall, this is a very capable machine with great hardware and will certainly be catered to heavier workloads, perhaps in media creation or elsewhere. At £1,000 we have the 2024 M3 MacBook Air. Similar to the M1, it has an SoC all-in-one chip with an 8-core CPU, 8-core GPU, 8GB of RAM, and 256GB SSD. It has a 13-inch 2K IPS display, 1080p webcam, and a Magic Keyboard and trackpad. In terms of connectivity, it has 2 Thunderbolt ports, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and a MagSafe charging port. It is the lightest laptop in this lineup at 1.2 kilograms and has an average battery life of 12 hours. Overall, this is a very swift and versatile machine capable of handling all student workloads on the go.
Ooh, you're hard, showing off.
Finally, for the Windows option at £1,000, we have the Microsoft Surface 7 laptop. Similar to the MacBook, the Surface 7 has an all-in-one SoC chip with a Qualcomm Snapdragon X Plus 10-core 10-thread CPU, integrated Adreno GPU, 16GB of RAM and a 256GB SSD. It has a 14-inch 2K 120Hz touchscreen, a Surface keyboard and trackpad, and 1080p webcam. In terms of connectivity, it has a USB Type-A port, 2 USB Type-C ports, one 3.5mm headphone jack, and a magnetic Surface Connect port for charging. It is a very light machine at 1.3 kilograms and has an average battery life of 15 hours. Overall, this is a very capable and lightweight laptop capable of handling all student-related tasks. So that concludes my guide to the best laptops for students in 2024. This video took me over 15 hours to research and make, so if you found this video useful, I would highly appreciate it if you could show your support by hitting the like button, demolishing the subscribe button, turning on the notifications bell to never miss out on any future uploads, and dropping a comment below this video on whatever technology related products you guys are interested in me reviewing next. But without further ado, I shall end this video, so guys, keep on making smart decisions and I shall see you in my next video.